Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing, and this is slightly open. This is a puzzle that's come from the Philippines. It's a handmade, custom made puzzle, so it's something a little special. And what's hanging out here? What we got? Oh, sticker material. Okay, we've got gold and kind of matte silver and white and orange and pink. Okay, not really sure why. Hopefully it doesn't mean this. Oh, there's even more by the feel of it. Yeah, okay. Very fluorescent yellow. Not sure why they're in there. I hope it's stickered. So here's the box. Oh, and there's even more sticker material in there as well. There we go. So yeah, I really hope this is stickered. Yeah, I see it is in there. That's alright then. So it's obviously just some spare material. Okay, fair enough. If it needs re-stickering, then I should be able to. Oh, I don't fancy trying to cut stickers accurate myself. That's not something I'd be very good at, but oh well. So yeah, here it is. You probably won't be able to see just yet what's in here. There aren't many of these around. Excuse me, I do apologise. So yeah, right now you probably think you're looking at a Hexaminx, and you'd be sort of right. But of course, if I turn it this way, you can see that we're not really got a Hexaminx at all, but it does certainly look like one. And if I turn it, you will see that we're doing Hexaminx style turns around that centerpiece and that centerpiece and that centerpiece. So what we've got here is a puzzle that's called the Half Hexaminx. It's made by somebody called Rex Rosario Perez. He's made a couple of other puzzles, well, a bunch of other puzzles. I've got one other of his puzzles, which is the Scoob Hexagonal Prism, which I have done an unboxing for on my channel before, so have a look at that if you're interested. He does very nice quality mods. So yeah, what this? Oh, number 2. There you are. So it's only the second one that's available. Made by him at least. I don't know if anybody else has made these. I've never seen them made by anybody else. But yeah, the turning of this is very nice so far. So what this is, it's a Hexaminx that's been chopped down, so it's only 3 faces. So he's went in. You've only got 3 of the faces of the Hexaminx left, so it's not the same thing. Well, let me just. This happens to be here, so I'll just grab my Hexaminx briefly. So if you just imagine you've got this face on a Hexaminx, this face and this face, and slice through, so you've got a big flat area underneath it, which is all filled in, and that's what you've got as a Hexaminx. And then he's built that up to make it the same as a Hexaminx. The face is the same shape as a Hexaminx would be, kind of a cubic cross section almost. So yeah, going to be a very challenging puzzle this. I have sort of made one of these myself in the past, not the Hexaminx, but a triple Hexaminx, which was unfortunately, oh, actually I've got that right here as well. Should have just shown you that. So this came from a void Hexaminx that was broken, so I chopped it down to make this. You can see you've got 3 Hexaminx faces, which is exactly the same. Unfortunately, this is broken again. They're not very good quality, these void Hexaminxes. They do break quite easily. So yeah, I never actually got around solving this. It was quite challenging anyway, but then a corner broke and it was done and I can't fix it, so I don't know why I haven't thrown it away, but anyway. Yeah, they're very difficult puzzles because you can't do your regular Hexaminx algorithms on them for swapping corners, etc., because you just simply haven't got enough faces to do them on. The corner swaps and things, they take different algorithms to do on the Hexaminx that require like 4 faces at least, so you just simply can't do them on this puzzle. So I'm really not sure how you go about fixing them, but yeah, what the hell, just get straight into a scramble with it. It's going to look quite crazy when it's scrambled. The stickers are very nice. They're obviously hand cut, but they're done well. Very bright shades, which isn't my personal preference generally, as I've mentioned before, but again, that's only preference, so it's not that I'm saying they're bad or anything, it's just not what I would choose if I was choosing the colours myself. But yeah, it's not a huge deal. It does look very nice, this. But yeah, I hope I can get this sold and get it back on my shelf in solved state again, because I hate having puzzles sitting around for ages that are unsolved, and this is going to look absolutely crazy when it's scrambled, because it's obviously going to have lots of shape shifting going on. As you can see, it's going to look quite wild in a scrambled state. Actually, I just want to actually resolve it again for a second, if I can, hopefully. Ooh, what have I done? Where did I go? Crap. I wanted to get a photo of it unscrambled for the there we go, for the thumbnail of the video and things. So let me just get that sorted out and I'll be back to scramble it in just a moment. Okay then, so I've got the photos I wanted, so it's time to get this thing scrambled. I think it's going to look absolutely crazy with the shape shifting once it's scrambled, as the full Hexaminx does as well. And why won't you turn? I'm sure you're lined up. Maybe not quite. No, it's not. No, it still won't turn. Why won't you turn? Yeah, it's a little bit catchy right now. Is that? I believe those two pieces are stuck together. A bit of paint that didn't dry properly. I think that's the problem there. Let's see if we can prise that apart. Indeed. So now it should turn. There we go. Yeah, just a bit of slightly tacky paint when it was reassembled by the look of it. No big deal really. Obviously with custom made puzzles you can't be too fussy about the turning quality. They're always going to be a little less good on the turning quality side of things compared to mass-produced puzzles. They can never be, it's very difficult to get them as perfectly proportioned as the moulding process would do in a mass-produced puzzle. So you've got to accept that they're going to be a little bit catchy and things like that. That's just the way it goes with custom-made puzzles. But you know, as long as they're made by somebody with good skill, they shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, this looks incredible. Look at this thing. Yeah, this is going to be quite disorientating in the scrambled state as well. It's going to be difficult to see what pieces need to go where. I know the approach I want to start with this, the same as I did with the void pentagons that I showed you earlier, which is actually a puzzle designed by Tony Fisher originally. I assume I got the idea from seeing his puzzles. I don't know whether I would have thought of it otherwise. I assume not, because I'm not really very good at coming up with ideas. But yeah, I think we'll call that. Oh no, maybe not. There's a couple more there that need to be split apart. But yeah, once again, I'm going to upload this video so people can get a look at the puzzle, because it's going to take me quite some time to solve this one. So I'll probably come back possibly with a full review later, assuming I do actually ever get it solved. But yeah, the original one, as I showed you earlier, that definitely defeated me, so it wouldn't be entirely beyond the realms of possibility that if this one did as well. Alright then guys, thank you very much for watching this video once again, and I will see you next time. Take care now, bye. Alright then, so as it turns out, as you can see, I have actually got the half Hexaminx solved, so I am actually going to upload this part in the video. It's been a little while since I solved the puzzle, but I've been uploading other videos. Sorry, let me try that again. It's been a little while since I scrambled the puzzle, but I've been uploading other videos, so in the meantime I've managed to get this solved, so I might as well add this little bit to the end. Quite a challenging puzzle, but as it turns out, it's actually not that difficult if you... How can I put this? It is difficult, but it's... The way you go about solving it is something we're all familiar with. You just have to kind of apply it in a slightly different way. You can't use your regular Hexaminx algorithms because you just simply haven't got enough faces to do it. I think the most difficult part I had with this was, I suppose it's combined between getting all the edges were relatively easy, the corners, getting them all into position and then orienting them weren't so easy, but I eventually found a lovely little algorithm for orienting the corners. The position in the corners, the permutation of the corners was, I think, probably the trickiest part for me, but it basically required quite a few setup moves, and you had to be quite careful not to mess them up, because once you just do a few setup moves, the puzzle looks quite crazy, so it can be quite easy to lose your position. And even with just a few pieces still remaining to be solved, it could be quite difficult to recognise exactly where to go to undo your setup move, so that was a little bit challenging. Turning quality wise, well, it's like any custom puzzle, to be honest. They're never the same as mass produced puzzles. They obviously have small defects that are a part of the hand modding process, that, you know, it's just a fact of life. We can't make things, generally speaking, as nice as machines can. It's far better than I could ever do, that's for sure. I could never make anything like this, so I'm really glad to have this from Rex. So Rex, if you're watching this, thank you very much. I love the puzzle. It will be solved from time to time. It won't be one that I solve all the time, simply because hand modded puzzles can be a little bit fragile, and the more you play with them, the more likely they are to break. That's not a reflection on the person that made them. Again, it's just because, you know, the way they've been filled and things. I'm not saying it's bad quality or anything like that. It's not. It's very good quality. It's just all my hand modded puzzles I tend to treat with very great care, just simply because they do tend to be a little bit fragile, and I hate to break them, you know. So yeah. So yeah, if you like this puzzle, please click like and subscribe, and you'll get to see all the rest of my videos when I upload them. You'll be notified about them. And thank you very much for watching again, and I will see you next time. Take care now.